Hi, welcome to Vishwa Blooms. Today we are going to move on to the next topic, quadrilaterals of class 8 mathematics textbook. Right? Yes. So before moving into this topic, I want to show you some diagrams now. So what are these diagrams? I will say you because it's not that proper. This is rectangle, this is square, this is square, this is rhombus, this is parallelogram. Right? What do you find similar in all? We find four sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? We find four sides equal, and here angles will check 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. See, 4 angles, and finally what we get, you might be knowing the what is this this is diagonal, right? So in every figure, how many diagonals we are getting, that we need to look at first. So in every figure we are getting 2 diagonals. So what did we find in this 4 sides? 4 angles and 2 diagonals. Two diagonals. Right? That is what we found similar in all of the 4 diagrams. So what is this for? Why did I show that figure? I will say. So directly if I start with topic, you will not understand, right? That's why I took some examples. So that we found these 3 conditions on our own. Right? And one more important point we are going to learn in 8th standard is sum of angles. Sum of all angles. That point we couldn't do with seeing that, right? That's why I'm saying in quadrilateral is 4, because in quadrilateral the word quad means 4. That's all. That is a simple meaning. That's why it is kept as quadrilateral. And why is it 360? Now if I take an example as rectangle, every side is 90. So when I add up, it is going to be 360. Not only rectangle, if you check up any parallelogram or anything, that's why when you add up all those 4 angles, whichever you are having, it is going to be 360. So in that manner, they thought of C360 and made all that figures in that angle. Right? Now, how do you find this 4 angles? Let's take an example of a rectangle. Now my angles are, I am naming it A, B, C and D. So what are the angles? Let's check now. So angles are the 4 angles. Angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. Right? What do we find? Angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. That's all. No, that is what I wrote here. Now let's look at the sides. So what are the sides? Sides are nothing but the line segments, right? Because I already told you that polygons are made of line segments. So that's why this is a polygon. Now, yeah, 4 sides we have already thought of. That is, you cannot simply write A side, B side, C side, D side. No. You will write AB line segment, one side AB side, BC side, CD side, and then finally DA side or AD side. Right? In this manner you are supposed to write when they are asking you to write the sides of the quadrilateral. Right? Hope it was clear. Now let's check what are the diagonals. So diagonals are the interior line. Sometimes it is exterior also. But first we learn how to draw diagonals in inside. See, it should touch two corners. It should be a line segment. Two point it should touch. Like this, like a cross thing it is, right? Exactly. So we have already named it as A, B, C and D. So let's do in that way only. Our diagonals will be AC and BD. So AC and BD are our diagonals. What are the diagonals? Okay. Yeah. Now, before moving to quadrilaterals, I have one more small topic, that is types of angles in a quadrilateral. Because types of angle in triangle we already know, that is acute angle, that and all we know. But let's check in not only triangle at acute angle. So that angles we know. Now let's check in quadrilateral. I'm sorry. Types of quadrilaterals. Types of quadrilaterals. So first, there are two types actually. First one is convex quadrilateral, and the second one is concave. You might be thinking of concave and convex mirrors. It's not like that. It's convex quadrilaterals and concave quadrilateral. Okay. First we'll discuss what is convex quadrilateral. So what is convex? The quadrilateral in which the measure of each angle is less than 180. So quadrilateral measure of each angle, every angle. Suppose measure of A should be less than 180. Measure of B, M means measure of P angle, okay. 180 degree, less than 180 degree it should be. Measure of angle C should be 180 degree, less than 180 degree. And finally measure of angle D should be less than 180 degree, right? So this is about convex quadrilateral. So in this all the quadrilateral angles of the quadrilaterals should measure less than 180. It should be less, okay. Let's look at concave. First, before moving into concave, do we know what is 180 degree? It is a straight line, straight angle, right? 180. So there will not be any polygon like this. So no type of quadrilateral with one angle should be 180 degree. There is no quadrilateral like that, okay. Do not think of. Now let's move on to concave quadrilateral. What is a concave quadrilateral? In this concave quadrilateral, at least one angle of that quadrilateral should be greater than 180 degree. Only one. Say I have PQRS. So measure of P should be less only again. Only one should be greater. Now S if I have, that can be greater. Only one angle. If I have Q again, it cannot be greater. It should be lesser only, obviously. right? And diagonals we'll discuss for this concave and convex. We'll discuss about the diagonals of this. First, I am discussing about convex. This convex quadrilaterals has diagonals inner side, okay? Diagonals inner side, okay? Inner side. That's all. For convex. Now let's look at concave. In concave quadrilateral, the diagonals will be outer side. That's all. Now let's look at various types of quadrilaterals. There are many types of quadrilaterals, right? So I am in this 8th class, we are going to learn about some only. Trapezium. So this is a new one, right? Trapezium. Parallelogram. I think we studied a little, but we are going to study brief now. Then we are going to study about rhombus briefly. And then finally we are going to study about rectangle. We already know very well about rectangle, right? We all know much. Square. And finally kite, okay? This kite is, you don't think that that kite, okay? Kite. It is also one polygon, kite, okay? So first, let's discuss about trapezium. You all are excited to know what is this trapezium, right? Because we are new to this trapezium. Yeah. Trapezium looks like this. I'm going to draw it and show to you. It is also a quadrilateral. I'm sorry. So this is the trapezium. It looks like this. So it's like parallelogram, but one other side will be in opposite direction. So it is like this. So let's name it first. A, B, C and D. Here we are having two arrow marks. Why I have kept, you think? These arrow marks represent that they are parallel. Okay. So if they are parallel, it will be like this, two arrow marks. These two are not parallel, that's why we didn't keep any arrow marks. So this quadrilateral has one pair of parallel sides. So this is, I have already told you, one pair of parallel side, right? And another thing, here in the diagram we have named it so that we can write it in diagrammatical form, in symbolic form, sorry. So here AB is parallel to CD, so we should represent like this. We already know this all. CD. And AD is not parallel to BC. This is the main conditions in trapezium. Now we'll move on to isosceles trapezium. What is this isosceles trapezium? We'll learn now. Okay. Here, its non-parallel sides are equal. That means which we saw that non-parallel sides, these two are equal. That's why and these two are parallel as it is, and these diagonals are equal. Diagonals are also equal here. Diagonals are equal. So this is one more important point we should know. And here we'll name this as little differently so that we won't get confused. PQRS, I'm going to name this. So here PS is equals to QR, that's all. PS equals to QR. This main point you should remember. Hope you understood about trapezium and isosceles trapezium. Now let's look at the next part, okay? The next part is about parallelogram. So actually parallelogram has a shortcut, okay? I'll show you now. Parallel lines with GM on top. This is parallelogram. Okay. You will be studying this. So I am putting its shortcut so that it will be easy for me. Parallelogram. Let's draw it. So its parallel sides are equal. We already know that. Here this part, they both are parallel. We already know about that. And opposite sides of parallelogram are equal and parallel. Opposite side, these two are equal as well as parallel. These two the length of these two sides will be equal and parallel. Okay, I will show you with the different color. So these two length will be same and these two length will be same. And these two are parallel, these two are parallel. That's all. Yeah, hope you understood it. And one more point we have to discuss in that parallelogram. The diagonals bisect each other. So parallelogram, these diagonals inside this, they bisect each other. Bisect is nothing but they intersect or something. Bisect at 90 degrees. This is called bisecting. They bisect, but there is a condition. They are not equal. They are not equal. So this is one more important condition we should know. Right? And I will represent it in symbolic form now. I will draw the diagram first. And I will show you how to represent it in symbolically. So this parallelogram can be drawn that other side also. Here when you draw diagonals for it, I will draw another color. Here I am drawing it. Diagonals intersection point is O. Yeah. Now I am taking here. I am going to tell you all. BD is not equals to AC. These are diagonals. I am saying that these diagonals are not equal. Next. Oh, but one more nice thing. OA equals to OC and OA equals to OC. And OB, this part is equals to this part. OB equals to OD. Yeah, hope you understood this part. And one more thing, opposite parts are opposite lines. Opposite angles of parallelogram are equal. I will show in different color. See this angle and this angle, they both are equal. So these two angles are equal and these two angles are equal. So like that, okay. That is one more thing in parallelogram. Now let's move on to rhombus. Rhombus. So let's make a diagram of rhombus. We already know it is like parallelogram only, but all side it's not exact measure, okay? Don't measure it. Okay. Yeah, now it came better. Now here in rhombus all sides are equal, but before doing that let's name this rhombus. Okay, A. Let's not do that, let's do it from down. Yeah, here I will put it as A, here I will put B, C, D. Okay, so all sides of this rhombus are equal, all sides. That's why I'm marking all angles, all lines with same color. Okay, all sides are equal, and all sides are equal means opposite angles are equal here. Okay, opposite angles. These two angles are equal, and these two angles are equal. So you understood it, right? Yeah. Now diagonals I have drew here, right? These diagonals, they bisect at 90 degree. These diagonals, they bisect right here. It is 90 degrees, and if they are bisecting at 90 degrees, they are called as perpendicular, right? So this is about rhombus. Let's see its symbolic form. Yeah, I'm writing it here. Now I'm writing the symbolic form. Angle A is equals to angle C. I have already drew there. And angle B equals to angle D. And all sides are equal means it's easy. AD equals to BA equals to BC equals to BC. That's all. This is all about rhombus. Next we'll move on to rectangle. Let's draw the diagram so that it makes us easier. Right. Now let's name it. A, B, C, D. Now I will say the points. Opposite sides are equal and parallel. Opposite sides, these sides. Okay, these two I'm marking with blue color. Now dark, and they are parallel. Parallel is nothing but small arrow mark, right? Not only these two, no, other two also is there. So let's do that also. These two I'm marking with green. Check it out. So they are also parallel and equal. Okay, and this is equal here, right? This is one of the property of rectangle. And all angles, have you ever observed that all angles are 90 degree? 90 degree, that's all. And diagonals are equal. This is the main important point we have. Diagonals are equal. So these diagonals are equal, right? So this is about rectangle. So we completed finally with rectangle also. Now we'll move on to square. Square is the easiest part, right? Yeah. Now let's first draw the diagram of square so that we understand it briefly. Now all sides are equal, like rhombus we already discussed, right? All sides are equal. Now let's name it, okay? A, B, C, D. Yeah. So we already discussed all sides are equal, and diagonals of square are equal. Diagonals are also equal. We are discussing it now. So diagonals also equal. And next point is, and they bisect each other at 90 degrees. So we already saw that, right? Bisect each other at 90 degree. Done. And each angle is 90 degree. This is done in rectangle also. Each angle. All angles are equal. Right? So this is about square. Now let's move on to new one, that is kite. Feeling interesting to know about kite. Kite. This kite actually similarly it looks like that only. Like the kite we fly in the air. Okay. I am making it a bit smaller. Yeah. Now let's name it before everything. A, B, C and D. Done. Two pairs of equal adjacent sides are equal. Two pairs of equal adjacent sides. Adjacent sides are nothing but next to next, adjacent. So these two are equal. Two pairs they have told, right? So next to next. So we are marking like that. Another two sides I will mark with other color. And these two are equal. So, but unequal opposite side. Opposite sides are unequal. That we can say by seeing it. Okay. These two are not equal. These two are not equal, like that. So let's write the symbolic form for it. CB equals to CD. Because we have already discussed that two pairs of equal adjacent sides are equal. Next is AB equals to AD. That also I have shown you. Next CB equals to C. Oh, this I already showed you, sorry. Okay. Now AD is not equals to BC, and AB is not equal to CD. So this is the symbolic forms, okay? Yeah. So we discussed this much in this chapter. Now let's move on to next one more small part. Yeah. After discussing this much, let me say you some important points now. Basic and important points. Yeah. So first, idea of simple closed figure. What is the idea behind this? We'll know now. Actually, we should learn about straight line first. What is a straight line? Using a ruler. This is a ruler, you should think now. Ruler scale. Drawing one line using a pencil. It will be a straight line. That's all. Right. Hope you understood that. It was an easy one. Next, curve. What is this curve? Taking a coin. Some coin, okay. So like some 1 rupee coin. The curve edged, when we take the curve edge of it and we draw the curves, that is a curve. Taking the curve edge of that coin and drawing curve diagram is the curve. Next, we will be learning about the closed figure and open figure. Very easy topics, right? But one more thing we will learn with this. So open figure, we all know it's very easy. If I put L also, it's a open figure. This O, if I write like this, it's open. Now let's move on to closed figure. Closed figure is can be this anything, right? But it should be closed, and it can have here I will redraw that. Yeah. Now I'm drawing the closed figure one. If I have circle, I have one starting point and one ending point. They are joining. That is this point, right? At that point it is starting and also ending. Now one more curve if I draw, that is, yeah, here in this picture I started here in this point here, but I already intersect here and here finally I did. So here you find that there are 2 points, right? This can be closed figure, but let's move on to one more small topic called simple closed figure. Simple closed. Yeah. So what is the simple closed? They are not intersecting in between. So I have shown you one picture just now, right? That it was intersecting here in between. So that will not happen in simple closed figure, okay? That will never happen. And this diagrams whichever you are using, simple closed, that diagrams should be drawn without lifting pencil. Suppose circle is there, I didn't leave my pencil in between. I have started here, I have ended here. So that is called a simple closed figure. I will give you some more example. Yeah, see, when I remove that and single shot it went. No, not this. Yeah. If I draw it perfectly, it will come, you see. Now I'm removing it. In one shot it went. That is called as a simple close. That means I didn't lift my pen. Right? Yeah. So examples I'm going to give you is quadrilaterals. So quadrilaterals, polygons, first main thing I can say. So quadrilateral is one of it. Right? Now, number of diagonals for find we have to, if you want to find the number of diagonals of polygon, how will you find? You should check that now. See, if I have a square or a rectangle, I know that while it has 4 sides, so easily I can draw. But if they give me decagon, will I simply sit and draw the decagon and find its diagonals? It's really a big problem for me. So we have one formula for that. That is n into n minus 3 by 2. What is n you might be thinking of? That is number of sides of polygon. Okay. So remember this formula, n into n minus 3. You can note it down. Now, sum of interior angles. Now I can say that that quadrilateral has 360 degree. Right? For if they ask me for decagon, pentagon, I couldn't add up and say you, right? I don't know the exact value. So we have one formula for that. N minus 2 into 180. Here n also is number of sides of the polygon. So I will show you how this formula you should use. First, if my side is, let's check for a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral has four sides, right? So let's check with that only. 4, instead of this n you should substitute 4, that's all. Then minus 2 into 180. Now 4 minus 2, Bodmer's rule is very important here. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 into 180 is going to be 360. In this manner, we got the answer as 360 degree for the interior angle. Okay. Now, number of sides into each exterior angle is going to be 360 degree. You should remember this formula. Number of sides into each exterior angle is going to be 360 degree. This is very important formula, will be used for our exercise problems, as well as it is very important to know that formula. We will get in our exams also. We should be knowing that. Now, so now once we will recall that previous things. So, what is a triangle? Triangle has 3 sides, 3 angles, 3 vertices. What is quadrilateral? Quadrilateral has 4 sides, 4 angles, 4 vertices. What is pentagon? Pentagon has 5 sides, 5 angles and 5 vertices. Hexagon has 6 sides, 6 vertices, 6 angles. What is heptagon? So it has 7 sides, 7 angles, 7 vertices. What is octagon? 8 sides, 8 angles and 8 vertices. So this is the recall of that. Now, after learning this, we need to know something about regular polygon. So there is some difference between polygon and a regular polygon. Regular polygon is nothing but it is having equal length in all sides. So equal length all sides, okay, in all sides. So this is one of the point in that. And one more thing, its interior angles are equal. Interior angles are equal. Right? So regular polygon has all sides equal. And interior angles equal size. Interior angles are equal. That's all. Yeah. So this is about the chapter. We will be having so many problems based on this solutions only. So hope you understood today's class. So if you like the video, do like, share and subscribe to our channel Vishwa Blooms. Okay, so we are teaching many more classes also. If you want, you can subscribe it.